What if I told you that getting kicked off a train in South Africa changed the fate of an entire nation? In 1893, a young lawyer found himself being thrown out of a first-class train compartment in South Africa despite having a valid ticket, simply because of the color of his skin. How would you respond? People would have just accepted this as an unfair reality, but not him. This event ignited something deep inside. He returned to his homeland, left his legal career behind, wore a simple dhoti, and went on to challenge one of the most powerful empires in the world without a single weapon. Because who needs a suit or weapon when a dhoti and strong idols can defeat an empire? This was Mahatma Gandhi's defining moment. But let's be real, could this kind of change really work for people like us? Now think about Bhagat Singh. He was just a 12 years old boy when he visited Jallianwala Bagh. And what he saw changed him forever. The massacre broke him, but it also made him stronger. He was not just a young boy witnessing injustice. It was the moment he decided, you know what, enough is enough. Imagine having that kind of determination at 12. At 12, I was still trying to figure out how to stay awake in the history class. He faced emotional struggle, fear, uncertainty, but he chose to channel those emotions into courage. He grew up to become one of the India's most inspiring revolutionaries. The lesson here is to channel your pain into purpose rather than letting it paralyze you. How would you react if you witnessed such an injustice at a young age? Now, what can we learn from these two men? These two men had what I call a paradigm shift. They did not just accept things as they were. They looked at their circumstances differently, and it changed the direction, the trajectory of their lives. The real change began when they chose not to accept the reality as it was. The question I asked my 10 years younger self was, can we intentionally trigger those transformative actions, those paradigm shifts? If yes, then how? I was about to find out. By 2014, I was running a staffing company in Kolkata. Life was steady and I was earning a decent money. But deep down, something always felt missing. You know that feeling, right? Like something is just not clicking. My routine was stable, yet a constant sense of restlessness kept nagging at me. It was not that I hated the work. It was more like I felt boxed in, unable to break free. The work felt repetitive, like I was wasting my potential. During meetings, I would drift off, daydreaming about opening a tea stall in the Himalayas. Because let's be honest, spreadsheets just can't compete with the idea of serene mountains and chai. Imagine that, sitting in the mountains, serving tea to travelers. It sounded both peaceful and absurd. I even laughed at myself, thinking maybe I'd call it escape brews. Perfect for running away from spreadsheets. Then reality hit. I could not even make chai without burning it. Maybe being a tea entrepreneur was not in the cards. But hey, sometimes you just have to dream big, even if it sounds a bit crazy, right? Now, I was staying up late, binge watching motivational videos, reading all sorts of books, like I was doing everything I possibly could do to understand what successful people were doing differently. I kept asking myself, how do I get a breakthrough like them? But as I dug deeper, I realized that much of the success literature from the past 50 years felt superficial, focuses on social image, techniques and quick fixes. And only a handful of people like Stephen Covey, Bob Proctor truly address the root causes. They explain the process and psychology behind real success, while the rest seem to be applying band-aids to much deeper issues. So could tackling all those deep-rooted beliefs we all carry be the key to the real change? Think about the beliefs that have held you back. Maybe it's the time to dig a little deeper and face them one by one. Over time, I began to understand something profound. A paradigm shift, a concept that explains how our lives are shaped by deep-rooted beliefs that influences our thoughts, actions, and ultimately our outcomes. Slowly, it dawned on me that the limitations I was experiencing was not imposed by the outside world. They were coming from my own thinking. So what's a paradigm? A paradigm is simply a mental model that defines how you see the world. If this model is outdated, it holds you back. Like if you keep telling yourself, I can't succeed at work, guess what? You will end up proving yourself right. But updating the map, changing your mindset can lead to new opportunities. Like colorful glasses color your vision, your beliefs color your reality. And changing those beliefs changes everything you see. For a long time, people believed that the earth was flat, which shaped their worldview and limited their exploration. Many were afraid to venture too far, fearing they might fall off the edge. However, explorers like Christopher Columbus challenged this belief, shifting the paradigm of that era. And suddenly, the world expanded and new possibilities emerged. Almost every significant breakthrough in any field begins with breaking away from the tradition, challenging old ways of thinking and redefining outdated paradigms. And another great example is flying. For centuries, people believed human flight was impossible. Picture two brothers who everyone thought was crazy, crafting their dream from wood, fabric, wire, and engine with a mad hope of touching the sky. Honestly, I also would have probably just suggested a safer hobby like playing cricket. But the Wright brothers saw the possibility and challenged this belief. Their success changed the course of human history, allowing us to cross continents and oceans in hours, fundamentally transforming the way we connect. For me, my paradigm was filled with my own limiting beliefs. I told myself things like I should stay in my lane or this is just the way things are. These beliefs kept me comfortable, but they also kept me from growing. I realized that if I wanted to achieve something bigger, I needed to change my mindset. I needed a paradigm shift. So, what is a paradigm shift? A paradigm shift is about changing those deeply rooted beliefs that control our lives. Our thoughts determine our actions, and our actions determine our results. If you want different results, you need to change your thinking. I had to stop telling myself I can't do this and start asking, how can I make this happen? How can I make this possible? That was the moment everything began to change. Whether you are looking to improve your personal life, career, or relationship, understanding how to shift your perspective is the key to achieve everything. And a paradigm shift is not magic. It does not happen overnight. It is about small changes in the way you think every single day. When I started to question my limiting beliefs, I began to see opportunities I never noticed before. I started to think about what I could do instead of focusing on what I could not do. Fast forward to today, I am in a much better place than I was at 10 years ago. Everything changed once I recognized my own paradigm and shifted it. But that, my friends, is the story for another day. And now it's your turn. The first step towards change is recognizing your current mindset or paradigm. Sounds simple, right? But trust me, it takes a lot of honest self-reflection and it's not always easy. To help you start shifting your mindset effectively, I have put together a simple test to guide you through this. So grab a pen and paper and let's get started. First, ask yourself, what beliefs do I have and where did they came from? Are these beliefs influenced by my parents, teachers, or past experiences? Are there recurring patterns in my life that I want to change? What thoughts or actions do I keep repeating that I would like to be different? Third is, how do I respond to challenges? When faced a problem, do I think I am not smart enough or do I tell myself I can figure this out? Am I staying in my job because it feels safe or because it is something that I truly want? In my relationships, am I avoiding expressing my needs? Am I afraid of what others will think? Or am I constantly looking for validations? What do I believe about my finances? Do I think I will never get rich? Or people like me can't succeed? Take a moment to reflect on these questions. Pause if you need and jot down your answers. These beliefs might be limiting you, but remember, they are not set in stone. They are just a starting point, showing you the areas where the change is needed. Now that you have started to identify your limiting beliefs, let us talk about why change is so important. Think about those moments that have really changed your worldview. Maybe it was a missed promotion, a tough relationship, or a financial struggle. These are not just frustrations, they are signals pointing to areas where you have room to grow. How are these beliefs affecting you? In your relationship, are you avoiding being vulnerable? Do you hold back your true self or look to constant validation? When it comes to productivity, are you doubting your abilities or procrastinating because you are scared of failing or too lazy to start? Think about your happiness. Do you feel restless or stuck in a place? Now imagine your life 5 or 10 years from now if nothing changes. Would you feel proud where you have ended up or would you regret staying in the same spot? Recognize what's at stake is a powerful motivation to act now. Now let us seek some new perspectives. See, growth begins when we open up to new perspectives. Sometimes our limited view of what's possible is the only thing that holds us back from what we want to achieve. Expanding your worldview can start with something really simple, something as simple as learning from others. For me, books played a huge role in changing my perspective, and I think they can do the same for you. And I would recommend a few books which made a real difference for me. One was 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, which was a great guide for understanding what habits drive meaningful change. Then there was Mindset by Carol Dweck, helped me realize how powerful it is to believe in my own potential. Then third was Atomic Habits by James Clear, a very good book for practical techniques around building habits. Then Ignited Minds by APJ Abdul Kalam. It was a very inspirational book. And finally, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. It showed me the importance of finding purpose in difficult times. If you would like a detailed list of the books that can help you on your journey, drop a comment below and I'll make a dedicated list with insights on how each book can help you shift your mindset towards growth. And once you start welcoming new perspectives, it's time to reframe your understanding. Question the beliefs you have been held for years. Why do I believe this? Is this belief still helpful or relevant for me? Challenging these beliefs can reveal outdated views that might be holding you back. And now that you have questioned your belief, it's time to take action. Transformation does not happen by magic. It's all about small, consistent changes over time. Define clear, actionable goals. You want better health? Start with a 15 minutes walk today. You are looking for career growth? Update your resume or sign up for an online course. Want stronger relationships? Set up some boundaries and spend quality time with your loved ones. Every small step moves you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, the journey begins now. One thought, one action at a time. Set small achievable goals that match your new beliefs. Take baby steps because Rome was not built in a day, neither is a six-pack. Why not start with something small today or even better right now? See, your mindset is like a compass guiding your life. Point it towards growth and you will find paths you have never imagined. The road might have obstacles, but every challenge is a chance to grow and shift your thinking. Stop just thinking about the change and start acting now. There is a free chart of how you can recognize your paradigm and how you can change it. Use this table to plan and follow through your journey to change your paradigm. Remember, the key is consistency and small change begins with action. And every great revolution starts with a simple thought: what if things could be different? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.